Muffled screams lead cops to man's horrifying secret. 1 day out, already 2 million views.
She made a complaint that says somebody was in the basement and they were injured.
Man, that. Y'all gotta go. Y'all gotta go.
Well, I gotta ask. I mean, because you're making me...
No, sir. No, sir.
Well, you're making me a little suspicious now.
There ain't nobody tied up in the basement. Can we look? No, no.
But why would a crackhead say that about you?
They're crackheads, but probably because they want more crack, bro.
Is anybody on that
Bro, what? That is cooked.
front porch?
No.
So what's that noise I keep hearing? That you keep turning the music on every time I hear something?
Oh, Jesus.
When police
what?
a woman imprisoned in a local residence, they encounter a bizarre homeowner who says their very presence is putting him in danger. But there's no sign of a woman. It's not until a second call brings them back that the cops go inside and make a shocking discovery that's beyond anything they could have imagined.
No way, that's crazy.
The following report is based on official police records. On the afternoon of May 2nd, 2023,
2 years ago.
Calls
Bro, red stairs?
Ohio, to share a disturbing story she just heard from a frightened stranger.
It's got red stairs, red railing, red door. The guy's in all red. What the fuck?
I was just calling because I was at this store, right? And this lady had came out of nowhere and was just like all hysterical and scared and stuff or whatever. I don't know where she went to, but she said that this lady was supposed to be tied up in this basement. Now, I'm only calling because I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight knowing that somebody might be tied up, even if it is a lie or whatever. I kind of believe her because the way she was scared. Like, no, she didn't say anything else.
Officers.
She was the one who was supposed to be locked up?
Arrive at the address moments later.
She was locked up, or she knows someone was locked up? Holy shithole. Muted music playing in the distance.
There's music coming from the back.
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
After a full 3 minutes of knocking, the police finally get a response from inside.
Ooh.
Bro, y'all can't be here like this. You can't be here.
Bro.
Like this, bro.
I'm just knocking on your door.
I understand that, but you making me hot.
What does that mean?
Making me hot.
I'm about to come out.
All right, come on out.
All right.
How you doing, sir?
Y'all can't be out here like this.
Just so you know, everything's recorded.
Listen,
Does he have a gun in his pocket?
please.
Well, what's going on?
Can you please turn the cameras on?
You have to give me a reason, and I can't.
You guys are making my spot hot. I work for you guys, okay? Long story short, I work for you guys. Please get out here.
What?
All right?
Who do you work for?
I can't tell you that.
Why?
I cannot tell you that because I'm not allowed to tell you that. Okay, so just understand that.
Well, here.
What the?
Here, sir, let me just tell you why we're here, and then we'll leave. It could be nothing. I don't know. I don't know anything about you.
Is that a gun or a phone? No, it's a phone.
All right?
After pushing the cops to leave, the man finally asks what brought them here to begin with.
What was your call about?
Did you have a female here earlier that was a white female in a black coat?
Hell no, bro.
All right. Well, here's the complaint.
What's the complaint?
She made a complaint that says somebody was in the basement and they were injured.
Man, that. Y'all gotta go. Y'all gotta go.
Well, I gotta ask. I mean, because you're making me.
Sir. No, sir. No, sir.
Well, you're making me a little suspicious now.
Man,
Hell yeah.
leave.
Not only do the police stick around, more of them soon
Uh-oh.
arrive.
Oh my God, there's too many people here. Well, it's no big deal, man. Man, it is a big deal. What? I'm trying to tell you guys up.
Well, we were told that the lady's tied up in the basement.
There ain't nobody tied up in the basement.
Can we look?
No.
But if they get that info, aren't they allowed to go in? I guess not, because then you could say anybody's got someone tied up and cops could go in for no reason, right?
No, but like,
Why not?
because I say so.
Is someone tied up down there?
No.
What's your name, buddy?
I can't tell you that, bro.
What do you mean you can't tell me that?
I'm trying to tell you I'm a confidential informant. That's all I have to say. You guys are bugging right now. You guys are
No,
bugging.
that's not all you have to say. Who told you that?
I can't say nothing else.
Well, if
Please.
there's someone tied up in the basement, we got a
There's
problem.
nobody in the basement.
So why can't I look?
Why do you?
all that stuff that went on in the past with those 3 girls, man, we got to take this seriously.
What 3
Look into
girls?
it.
What 3 girls?
Gina,
I don't know them.
all
Man,
that
y'all-
stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I'm
If
about
we
to
don't take this seriously,
I'm about
there's
to give
something
you
going
my,
on.
I'm about to give you my social security number.
Oh, yeah.
Here you go. Stop. Please don't
That's
do
all
this.
right.
Please
We're
don't.
not going in without you.
Yeah, you can't do that. Tell him please not to do that.
While the man appears
Yeah,
to
whoa, that was kinda
his
weird.
status as a confidential informant puts him above suspicion, the police don't share that view.
Wait.
Detective Smith, please, go.
Which
please.
Smith?
Detective Smith,
The one in...
second district. Okay, that's how you know I'm not.
Okay, well, I guarantee...
His phone number's right here.
No,
Look,
no, listen,
I'm not
we'll
gonna
call
play
him.
with y'all.
Listen, we'll
Don't
call him.
Don't.
Well, why
don't
wouldn't I
call him
call
here.
him?
Don't
Listen,
call him
will
here.
you stop talking for a moment?
I can't, bro. My life is on the line.
Who's on the line? All you had to do was talk to us. You're the one who came outside.
Y'all don't know what's going on, baby boy. That's all
Baby
I'm saying.
boy?
Once
Drug
again.
dealers and everything that drive past there, and I got 5 cars out here.
All right.
Y'all about to get me killed out this.
Well, why are you acting this way?
You understand why I'm acting this way, dude? No.
If we have to call Detective Smith and say, hey, do you think this guy would have a girl tied up in his basement?
He's gonna say no.
Is he?
100%, bro. I just
He's willing to risk his career for all that?
You think I'm? Oh my gosh, you're gonna take a crackhead's word over Detective Smith's word.
Yeah, that's
right?
kind of
I haven't
wild.
spoken to Detective Smith.
Well, you're gonna talk to him. He's gonna let you know what's going on. I was down there for an hour with him yesterday.
Okay.
I just left my probation
But
officer.
why would somebody
Because
say
they're
that?
crackheads.
But why would a
They're
crackhead
crackheads.
say that about
They're
you?
crackheads, but probably because they want more crack, bro.
Do you have crack?
No, I'm not gonna. Why would I say that? Why would you ask me that on camera?
I don't
Why
know.
do you do that?
Yo, this is cold.
Crack.
Well, why would the crackhead be here then?
This man is wow.
And the most
Do you have
I'm
crack?
screaming out the back door, I'm a confidential informant, do they?
Despite the suspicious circumstances, the police sergeant lets the man, Delonte Edmund Geiger, go back inside his home
Ooh.
and contemplate what they've heard.
You ever like
Why don't they just call Detective Smith?
actually dealt with a confidential informant?
Yeah. And every time they're up to no good and they're confident, that's what they do.
That's how they act.
Yeah, that's how they act. So, I don't know what's up. My only fear is there's somebody really in the basement.
I actually think he's freaking out like that because he's
Up to no good.
yeah.
He's going to let us in. He's real sketchy. He said need another guy, but you're coming to him.
Wait, he's gonna let them in?
It's a training thing. And then these guys will wait by the back door in case we scream for help.
What?
Like girls. Ah!
Right.
Why would he make a joke about that? Wait, what?
Loud music playing. So you can hear the screams.
If it's a joke, it's one that will become much less funny.
He's letting them
before
in?
This day is through.
Hey, do you mind if the record goes?
No, dude. There's too much going on.
Why can't you stay organized?
He's letting them in? What? No way, he's cooked.
He said need another guy, but you're coming to him and tell him you're on probation. It's a training thing. And then these guys will wait by the back door in case we scream for help.
Like girls. Ah!
Right. Loud music playing. So you can hear the screams.
If it's a joke, it's one that will become much less funny before this day is through.
Hey, do you mind if the record goes?
No, dude. There's too much going on. No.
Just
No.
All right, stand outside. Leave this crack though in case we scream.
Nobody about to do nothing.
Hey, do you mind if the record goes?
No, dude. There's too much going on. No.
All right, stand outside.
This is crazy, bro.
Nobody about to do nothing to y'all, dude. You guys got guns.
No.
No, no. Seriously, y'all fuck crack. Just in case you
This is crazy, bro. He's letting them in the house and they're like leaving it open and crack, and he's like, no one's gonna do shit. This is insane.
Oh, you have my word. Let's just start screaming.
With that, the police go into the residence, and as the sergeant checks the basement, his backup waits upstairs with Delonte.
I got PTSD.
All right.
I've been stabbed 7 times, shot twice.
Damn.
Have we done any of that?
No. It's just, I'm trying to change my life and work with the police, and like, I just don't do that every day. You feel me?
He's just letting up a joint?
Oh, there we go. Actually, turn it off until we leave and then you do what you want. That way I can hear everybody.
Please.
Me.
Oh, full screen. Okay.
Yo, dude, you guys got guns? No, you can't. No, seriously, y'all fuck crack. Just in case you scream for no, bro. They're not coming in. Oh, you have my word. Let's just start screaming.
With that, the police go into the residence, and as the sergeant checks the basement, his backup waits upstairs with Delonte.
I got PTSD.
All right.
I've been stabbed 7 times, shot twice.
Jesus.
Well, have we done any of that?
No. It's just, I'm trying to change my life and work with the police, and like, I just don't do that every day. You feel me?
I feel like he really does work with the police.
Turn that down for a minute. Oh, there we go. Actually, turn it off until we leave and then you do what you want. That way I can hear everybody.
Please.
Me.
Alright, so what? Someone just pissed off at you or something? I'm trying to tell you, bro. Big gloves.
Whoa, what? Now what?
Never come back here again. Okay? You want to lie back?
What happened to your hand?
Oh, listen. I got scratched. Like what? Yeah.
So he's good for
I'm
now.
about to walk to the store. I'm right behind you guys.
Okay.
Hey, nothing down there.
Wait, this is crazy.
No cost.
Okay.
Now what?
I know.
As it turns out, the cops will be back sooner than they may have thought.
Ooh,
That
okay.
evening, a woman tips them off that Delonte showed her pictures of a woman being tortured and zip-tied to a chair, warning that he would soon do the same.
Never come back here again. Okay? You want to lie back?
I know.
This is
As it turns out, the
crazy,
cops will
bruh.
be back sooner than they may have thought. That evening, a woman tips them off that Delonte showed her pictures of a woman being tortured and zip-tied to a chair, warning that he would soon do the same to her.
Whoa,
The police
what?
go back to the house at midnight, and once again, it's not easy to get.
Okay, 2 things here. Ignore me not being on YouTube right now. I had to download the video because it was lagging crazy, okay? 2, bro, if somebody says something's happening and the cops come check it out and it's good, can the cops come back again to check the same house for the same reason? Or like, is it like, how many times can they use the same excuse to get into the house? No? Like, how many times are they going to be able to use the same excuse? Like, if it was an excuse, you know what I mean? Like, obviously here he's fucked, but like, I don't know. It's like kind of the same thing, and they're coming back to the same house for like the same reason. Like, are they allowed to do that?
Someone to
Like, what if the girl's just lying again?
the door.
Hey, Sergeant Everton.
Holy again, brother.
All right, so I appreciate this. There's a lot of police. Yeah, you know my nerves. This shit. What's up, bro? How y'all doing? Same people. Mm-hmm.
I'm in the overtime now. I need y'all to come through the back door, okay? Yeah, you do that. Is that cool? Yeah, yeah. You sure? Yeah. That's sure. Sorry for not letting you in earlier, bro. Sorry for my attitude, okay?
It's all good.
Give me 5 seconds. Meet me in the back door. All y'all. All right.
The police head around the house to meet with Delonte, but as one officer stays behind, he hears some loud movements coming from within.
Ooh. Wait.
Delonte soon lets them in, and they head straight.
He's just like, he's got the girl there, he's so calm, and he's just moving her somewhere else? This is crazy.
Down to the basement to continue the search they cut short this afternoon.
So, if you smell bleach or something, my nose doesn't always look good.
Okay. Now I smell cat pee, so.
The basement again seems to be absent of any victims, tied up or otherwise, but this time the cops are determined to search the entire house.
Ooh.
My dollhouse. Oh. I'll build houses. I got tours all over. Y'all better see tours all over here.
Bro, so the guy's so chill for having someone in his house? He hit her real good. Like, hit her, not hit. Where is she?
I'm about to close the door on you. It's another door behind this door. Okay?
Yeah, I hang out up here because this is rather fresh.
Everywhere got this section off. There's nobody.
Ooh. Ooh.
There's some blood right here. There's some blood, like dried blood, I think.
There doesn't appear to be anyone else in the house, but suspicions are mounting, not the least because Delonte has decided the search requires an extremely loud soundtrack.
Ah.
Did you guys find anything? Sir. Turn it down. All the way down.
Oh, it's loud as hell.
Please turn it all the way down. Did you find anything? Sir. Sure. Yeah, it's something on the floor, but yeah, I know you see something down. I'll have some music down. Can you turn the music down? Still wait, so. Okay.
Whoa. How are they gonna detain him, bro? Are they allowed to? It sounds weird because they're blurring out the music because it's
With the
DMCA.
newfound silence, the police turn to Delonte, determined to finally get to the bottom of this runaround. But even on a day filled with rumors, strange claims, and unsettling tips, none of them are prepared for
What happens?
Is anybody on that front porch? No. So what's that noise I keep hearing? That you keep turning the music up on every time I hear
Someone's on the porch?
Is anybody on there?
I heard him dragging something out when we went from the front to the back too, just so you know.
She's just on the porch?
Because I heard voices or movement or noise. Yeah. Who's out there? Who's out there?
Sweating a lot.
What is that? Can you hear it?
She's under the fucking... She's under in the floor?
She's under. There's a thing under. Remember I shined my flashlight when you guys went
Oh, right there. She's under the thing. No way.
Police.
What the fuck?
Alright. Yeah, I heard him sliding something under there when he went from the front to the back.
Where you at?
Where you at, man?
Bro, they're so calm about it?
We're looking. How did you get through?
How did he get her under there?
It looks like a box. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah.
She's in the box?
I'm paralyzed. I'm paralyzed.
Alright.
Okay?
How old are you?
60.
6-year-old female.
Who is this 16-year-old in his box?
Yes.
Are you injured besides that?
I'm paralyzed.
You're paralyzed.
She's paralyzed in a box?
Carol Cyrus.
Did she say Carol? Carol? All right, Carol.
No,
On his porch?
Cheryl.
yeah. How my legs out? How
All right,
my
we
legs
got EMS coming. I don't want to move you. 'cause
What
I don't
the
wanna hurt you.
fuck?
Can you breathe?
I can now.
Okay.
I want Carol, please.
What the
The police escort Delonte out of the house as they try to make sense of the bizarre discovery they've made on his front porch.
Cheryl, do you know, is there anyone else here with you?
I don't know.
Okay.
Cheryl, how long have you been there, honey? How long?
I don't know. They're hurt.
You hurt? All right, we want to get you out of there, but
She's in a fucking box on his porch. What the
I'm
fuck?
afraid to move you. I'm going to let EMS do all that, okay?
They're the best.
What did he do to you? He did what?
Hey, Scott, you want fire to come, at least get her upright and they can put on her backboard? I know, but we get fire here, they can, over here. No, but EMS, we got no ETA on EMS.
There's no dispatch.
Huh?
Did he stab you?
Yeah.
Where did he stab you, think? Your arm? Yeah. Did he sexually assault you at all? Do you know how long you've been here?
What the fuck?
Is it just one day? Okay.
But even with Cheryl Cyrus somewhat responsive to their questions, there's nothing that can fully explain what's going on.
What's the story here?
Dude, there's a lot. I don't even know where to begin. This might not be the only victim, but we just searched the house and we didn't find anything else.
As rescue personnel get Cheryl free of the box and transported to the hospital, police conduct another search of
What
the
the
home.
fuck?
She was supposed to be wearing a pink hoodie with pants. So she had, no, she was completely
Oh, Jesus.
cat.
Cat scared the hell out of me. And the attic's done. But there was a pink hoodie, that was it.
Ooh, that's what we're talking about.
Did she say it was this room or?
She just said that like he was transporting her from like the basement up here, you know, like that there was going to be an AK-47 in here.
Jesus.
Yeah.
We have to pull it apart to find a serial number.
Jesus.
There's no sign of any other victims in the house, but the one they did find will give detectives more than enough to discuss with Delonte when they visit him in
Bro,
jail.
what the
following night.
fuck?
Obviously, we know some bad things did go down yesterday. Do want to give you a chance to go over it.
I'm a confidential informant for Detective Larry Smith out of the 2nd District.
Okay.
Okay,
How long have you been doing that for?
about a week and a half now.
Okay.
About a week and a half.
That's it?
And that was cool for this. Like, I wasn't going to kill her, though. I wasn't going to, I've been beating her and, you know what I'm saying, but I just can't have her out on this. Because I'm working with Detective Smith, trying to get him to together 5 AKs, 4 Glocks, 3. They're supposed to be going into the valley, like next week. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get him Big Red, who moves 6 ounces a day on coke crack. And I'm trying to get him those who descriptions of ounces a day, but like I found out that this is that, and you know what I'm saying, if I was
You found out that what?
that the lady that what I was taking care of in my house is a rat, and if she would get back out on the street, I'd explode.
Delonte, who calls Cheryl Cece, claims she's an addict, one among many who frequent his house.
Well, she's
What
always
the
at my house.
fuck?
Okay.
So I take care of everybody on the streets, all the fiends. That's where they live at.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Long story short, that's ground zero for the crackheads.
According to Delonte, the entire situation began on April 27th, 5 days before police showed up at his house
Brother,
wanting to search the basement.
she's in a box.
In an incident partially corroborated by police records, the car Delonte was driving was pulled over by vice cops. He says Cheryl was in the car as well.
I left my house, and before I got 4 tires on the street, The police is hitting the block. I don't know what the going on. I'm swerving around up on the sidewalk trying to get around because I don't know what's going on. Guns in my face. Get out the car. Get out. What are you guys doing? Turn the car off. Empty out your pockets. I ain't got nothing, bro. Y'all tripping like y'all just up. Like, what's going on? I had to steal them. Oh, yeah, you better, we can get you for this. And since that dope is right here, we're going to get you for that. Man, listen, bro, I cannot go back to prison, bro. What do you need me to do?
Delonte says that was when one of the detectives took his phone, programmed his number into it, and told him, "You're working for me now."
Wait, is this legit, though?
The police treated Cheryl, the woman they would later find in a box on his front porch, that really got his attention.
Detective told her, thank you. Bye. Okay. Detective Smith said, thank you, bye. Keep on walking. Okay. Listen to the detectives. As we all got out the car, the detectives like, you can go. Thank you. Okay. You ain't even get searched. It's crap about $200 worth of dope in the car and scale, and you didn't even get searched.
He concluded that Cheryl had set up the traffic stop and would now know that he'd been turned into a confidential informant for the police. The next time Cheryl came over to his house, he decided he couldn't let her leave.
And I feel like my life is in danger, bro. People have tried to kill me 3 times already. You feel me? I've been shot in my underarm, blood, all type of weird.
This is insane.
I felt like I was gonna die if I.
So is he?
Hold her for like 2 days and tell her let her know what was going on. I beat her up, I fed her, showered her.
Yo.
All type of weird shit. Made sure she ate. But I just could not let her go back on the streets and tell everybody that I was working for y'all.
Like everything that went through, like the time where you and Cece were together, like what happened during those days?
I just punched on her, slapped on her, tell her punched on her, slapped on her, punched on her, slapped on her, punched on her, slapped on her, moved her from the basement to another room, fed her, showered her, gave her some water, put a blanket over her. I'm just telling you the truth, bro.
No, that's fine.
What? No. Okay. Is that what you about to ask me?
No,
I thought you about to ask me.
No, like were you giving her drugs and stuff like that?
Why would I give her my drugs? Why the would I do that?
I didn't know.
Yeah, hell no.
No. All right. So at any point was she asking to leave, different things like that?
She has nowhere to go.
Okay.
She has nowhere to go. All she was just asking was why. Stop. I won't do it again. I'll never tell, Blas, please. I'll never tell. I know I deserve this, but I'll never tell. Like, that's a culture.
What the fuck is happening, bro? So they're acting like, are they gonna let him go, bro? What the fuck? What the fuck? I mean, that's kidnapping, right? Even if she got nowhere to go, that's kidnapping, obviously.
While Delonte speaks to detectives, Cheryl lies in the intensive care unit on a ventilator.
Oh, shit.
In what the hospital classifies as declining critical condition. In addition to being on dialysis, she's suffering from swelling to the head and brain,
Ooh.
broken ribs, a collapsed
Ooh.
lung, and multiple spinal fractures.
Oh, shit.
But according to Delonte, it could be worse.
Go kill the would have been dead. Long story short, if I wanted to kill her, she would have been dead. So facts.
Delonte says that, among other things, he had Cheryl sit down and write, "I am a snitch," and "I am a rat" over and over
He's
again.
cooked.
It's worth noting that while the police report from the traffic stop identifies 2 passengers, neither of them were named Cheryl.
Ooh.
So when cops showed up the first time yesterday with you and stuff like that, they
actually checked the basement.
Yeah.
She wasn't in the basement. She's upstairs laying down in the bed.
So
we're down in the basement.
So let me ask you, because there was a moment in time, I wasn't there, so I can't speak on it or anything. So there was a moment to where like you were still inside the house for a little bit. Did you have to call anybody to ask if you should let the cops in or anything like that?
My detective.
So then at that point he told you just to let them in if they want to check the basement.
Yeah. He said they're not gonna, matter like this, they're not going anywhere until you let them in the house and check the basement. If you don't, they're just gonna come back with a search warrant and check it anyways. I said, all right, bag. Yeah.
Oh, why don't they just get in touch with the fucking detective he was talking to?
Took me 3 minutes to put her upstairs in the bed. 2 minutes to let them in the house, and 1 minute for them to not do their job and go home. They only wanted to search one room. They searched that one room. She wasn't there, and they left.
Okay.
Stupid them.
All right. So.
Right? You should search the whole house.
Yeah.
We found somebody's in the basement. Okay, come on in. back down in the basement. Nobody's there. See you later, sir. Job. Y'all supposed to open up the tables, open up the refrigerator. That's a horrible job on y'all. Horrible job on y'all. I'll be the first to say it. A missing body.
Pretty serious.
Yeah. Do you think so?
Yeah.
All right. Well, next time, take it serious.
After accepting Delonte's feedback on their police work, the detectives move on to the second visit to his home that night.
Yeah, so the first time the police came, you said you moved her upstairs, right? And then she was upstairs. Obviously, the second time the police came, she was in that tote, right? How did that go down in between there?
Well, they really wanted to check upstairs.
Right, but I'm saying, how did she get in there?
I put her in there.
Okay.
Downstairs and put her on the porch.
Bro's making it sound like it's just a normal thing.
Anything else?
Why'd you have the music going so loud?
Just in case if she made noise, they wouldn't hear.
When Cheryl improves to the point that she can speak to detectives, she tells them that Delonte, who was her dealer, turned on her and accused her of being a narc. Over a period of days, he beat her, stabbed her, dragged her across the floor, broke a television over her head, and put her in several different containers. She says he also poured water on her to the point she couldn't breathe and fed her addiction so she could endure the pain. Even still, Delonte appears hopeful that this will mostly blow over.
Are y'all gonna try to help me or not?
Well, like I said, it'll go from there once you see the judge and like the case starts moving forward.
No, but you guys have to talk to the judge though and let her know that I am a confidential informant and that like I am working with the police. Like I understand I'm in trouble, but what I need you guys to do is like help.
Well, I'll put in the paperwork to let them know for her.
You know what I'm saying? Because I like doing my job. I like my job. And, like, I don't want guns on the streets. I don't want drugs on the streets, and I can't do that if I'm in here. Then Detective Smith will buy me out. Believe it or not. If I get a bond, he'll come buy me out.
Bro, Detective Smith does not want to be seen with this fucking guy.
You know what I'm saying? So I just need a bond. And DT Smith will come buy me out, and I'm going to go right back to work.
But that doesn't happen, and Delonte is soon informed that his bond will be set for $750,000. News that he responds to with a middle finger at his hearing. 11 days after his interrogation, he's still in jail when he speaks to his mom on the phone.
You think they lower my bond? If they lower my bond to like $200,000, dude, I got enough collateral to buy myself out. I already talked to the bill advisor. He said just bring me my collateral, bring me my dump truck, bring him my trailer, my tools, and I told her I had to put one of my businesses in, and I'm out of here.
His multiple businesses?
You got to blow your bond.
We just got to see tomorrow when you go to court. The worst outcome that comes out of this for you is might be 5 years in asylum.
But things turn out a bit differently.
Jesus Christ, man.
At a court hearing 6 months later, Cheryl Cyrus recounted the horrors inflicted upon her and told the judge that she remained 98% paralyzed and dependent on others for her basic needs. Delonte Edmund Geiger pled guilty to 1 count of felonious assault, 1 count of kidnapping, 1 count of possessing a weapon under disability, and 1 count of tampering with evidence. In November 2022, the judge said, "I've never seen an offense like this in my time on the bench," and sentenced Edmund Geiger to 16 to 20 years in prison with an expected release date of April 2039. He's currently incarcerated at the Trumbull Correctional Institution. If you'd like to see some and help us keep uncovering case files that rarely come...
Chad, this guy really thought he was getting out. Bro, I was low-key convinced. I was like, wait, is he going to get any jail time for this shit? She's in a box, though. 20 years. Yikes, my boy. Yikes. That was a banger, bro. Holy, that was an absolute banger.